Anita here with WeCookiers.com, and I am bringing to you a video today that has to do with a stencil holder for sugar cookies. And of course I have these in my shop, and you can go over there and shop Gotta Haves to get your own if you want. But today I'm going to show you a video, and I have not opened it yet, but I got this like last year or a year or two ago and forgot all about it. But I saw a cookier not use it, but she said that these work. So instead of getting these, you can get these at the dollar store, the spiral art, where you put your pencil in there and it makes all the spirals. But she said these work good for using a stencil for your cookies and putting your cookie in there. I have not tried this. As you can tell, it's not out of the package yet. But I thought I would go ahead and try it in front of you guys and see how it holds up. So stay tuned to the back end, and we'll see the difference if those work well or not. I have some leftover cookies that I'm getting ready to outline and flood, and we'll let those dry overnight and see how the stencil holder works. And if you're not a WeCookier yet, please go ahead and sign up, and I'll leave that link below as well. And on the back side of this video, you will find another video link to it that is for cookie stenciling. Okay, so I am curious to know, I have, now that the cookies are outlined and flooded, I'm curious to know how this is going to work, because I personally have never seen any of these toys personally. So let's... There we go. Okay. So I would assume, let's see, this has a little ridge on it right there. I don't know. Let's see if the cookies are going to actually fit in there with that orange piece. Let's see. Well, that wouldn't be right. So evidently you have to take this out. Okay. All right, and then probably, oh, let's just say my little cookie turntable is a cookie. And then if we put that on top, now it's not going to latch, obviously. I don't see, actually that fits square on it, so I would think that would work pretty good. Now I always use a silk screen. If it's not a silk screen stencil, I always put one on it. I don't see any reason why that wouldn't work. Okay, well, so now that I kind of get the gist of it, I'm going to go and wash this up, so it doesn't touch my cookie like this. And we will see what happens tomorrow when I do some airbrushing on it. Okay, so it's the next day, and my cookies are dried, and we're going to try out the spiral. I think what's going to happen is it's not going to be tall enough, the cookie. And so therefore, it's just not going to be, yeah. Okay. So You probably can't see it at this angle, but you can tell it's not down on the cookie. Now, it depends on how thick your cookies are, but that's not going to work. So, let me, I think I'll try the lid, like those containers from the dollar store. I'll just try a lid to set it up high and see if that will work. So that's going to be probably the key to making something like this work. Okay, and of course I always like to put my silk screen on there. Yeah, and that's too thick. So the key is going to get your height, whether it's the thickness of your cookie or the right something to put a pedestal, something to put it on. So I don't see this working for me. Don't really have anything. Maybe we can just go ahead and try it and see how it works. These are just sample cookies anyway. Maybe if you put this little orange handle thingy and put it down this way instead of just leaving it that way, maybe that will work a little. Because that's not allowing it to go on the cookie. That might work. That actually might work if I keep this there, but I don't know how safe that is if it's a order, excuse me, order that you're trying to fulfill. So we're going to go ahead and do it that way. Leave this little orange handle down instead of flat. Okay, so I'm going to get my handy dandy little airbrush out. And I'm just going to use some bronze sheen. And that's a chevron print stencil if you can't see it. It's just a stencil I picked up at Walmart. Okay, let's see. Oh, let me get a paper towel here. There we go. All right, let's see how this goes. Don't want to press down on this, obviously, because the stencil, little parts of the stencil will come up. Oh, I think I didn't put enough color in here. Ran out. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, the idea is not to put any pressure on this, for me, for the thickness of my cookies. Hey, just jumping in here, if you are finding any value over this video, I would ask that you please go down below and you like and comment and share, and of course subscribe so you can get all of my videos firsthand. With that lid. Okay, kind of maybe saturated that a little too much. Couldn't see from the light coming in, so that worked. Like I said, for me, yeah, For me, it's not going to work so much. I won't use this, but it could for you for the thickness, like I said, of your cookies. So I think I'll go ahead and try another one. Kind of blot this off a little bit, I think, first. I did oversaturate it. When you're using a silk screen on top of this, if you haven't done that, you do have to spray it a little bit more to get through that mesh. Okay. This is a Waverly stencil if you're interested. Okay. So we'll try it again. I just won't spray as much. Okay. Keep it real here. I don't like to do a lot of editing because no one is perfect. Okay. All right, here we go again. Needing to clean my airbrush. It's getting a little stoved up. Naturally, it happens when you're trying to do a live. Put just a tad more in there. I always hate wasting my airbrush colors. They're so expensive. Okay. That's probably going to be better. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay, well, it worked, like I said, but it's going to need the little pedestal of some kind to heighten it, or else your cookie. So I'm going to put this one away. And get out my trusty one. And just go ahead and put that back in there. There. Just one more cookie to spray. A little more color in there. I would have just used gold, but with it being on pink, I thought the bronze would show up a little better. And there we have it. And I like that a lot better, actually. So, yeah. Okay, so the takeaway for the little spiral toy, of course, is the height of your cookie could work. If it's like mine, it's a little bit thinner than that, then you're going to need something in the bottom of this to hold the cookie up to make that stencil even. And also you're going to need to take this little handle or hinge and put it in like that and down, which you got to be really careful not to touch because it can move. But I mean, it can work, but it's not for me. The cookie that I did first, it looks pretty good. It was my fault that I oversaturated it a little bit. But yeah, it's okay. It can work, you know, for $1.25. What can you expect, right? And then this was done just with my stencil holder, which is sprayed a little lighter, which I liked better. And if you are curious and haven't seen my videos before, the little cordless airbrush is the perfect tool for cookies. I do use my normal sized one, you know, with the air hose. I still use it for large orders because I just don't like to fit too much wear and tear on this, although I've done 4 dozen with no problem at a time with it. But I just like it, so I don't want to ruin it. But anyway, that is going to be in a link below, and I get it from Amazon. The cookie also, just so you know, this cookie is actually a graduation cookie with the tassel over here on the side and the grad, or however you want to write it, or class of. But anyways, I had extra ones this year, so that, if you want that cookie cutter, I will link it below. What I'm going to do in the next video is take and flip this cookie cutter, and stay tuned for my next video because it will be a flip for that. And well, until next time, you take care. Have a WeCookier day. God bless. Bye-bye.